Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're taking a trip back in time to the glorious days of the 80s and 90s with these super fun inflatable props from TOTITOM. We've got a two-piece set here, featuring an inflatable boombox and a retro brick cell phone. Let's dive in and see if these are worth adding to your next party. First impressions? They're definitely eye-catching. The boombox is a decent size, clocking in at about 16.5 inches wide, 10.6 inches tall, and 4.3 inches deep once inflated. It's got all the classic details printed on it: the cassette deck, the radio tuner, the equalizer bars, even the speaker grills. It's instantly recognizable and brings back a wave of nostalgia. The brick phone is equally charming, with its oversized number pad and that iconic pull-out antenna. It's smaller than the boombox, naturally at about 12.5 inches tall, 2.7 inches wide, and 1.5 inches deep. Now let's talk about the material. They're made of PVC, which is pretty standard for inflatables like these. It feels reasonably durable, not super thin or flimsy. The seams seem well constructed, which is important because nobody wants a deflated boombox mid-party. One thing to note, the listing mentions an iron mobile phone, which might be a little misleading. The phone prop isn't actually made of iron. It's also PVC, just like the boombox. Perhaps there's a metal component inside for weight or stability, but the exterior is definitely plastic. Inflation was a breeze. They both have standard air valves, and I was able to inflate them by mouth without too much effort. The listing does mention making sure the cap of the inflation port is tightly closed, which is good advice. You don't want these deflating during your party. They held air perfectly throughout my testing, so no complaints there. So what are these good for? Well, the listing suggests 80s and 90s theme parties, hip-hop birthdays, or even school musical classes. And honestly, I think they'd be a hit at any of those events. They're fun, they're nostalgic, and they're a great way to add a bit of retro flair to your decorations. Imagine these scattered around a party room or used as photo booth props. They're guaranteed to get some laughs and spark some conversations. Are there any downsides? Not really any major ones. They're lightweight and easy to transport, which is a plus. The price point is also very reasonable for a two-piece set. If I had a nitpick, I'd say the print quality on the boombox could be slightly sharper, but it's certainly not bad. And, as I mentioned earlier, the description of the phone as iron is a bit confusing. Overall, I'm really impressed with these TOTITOM inflatable props. They're fun, nostalgic, and a great value for the price. If you're planning an 80s or 90s theme party, or just want some fun retro decorations, I definitely recommend checking these out. They're sure to be a hit with your guests. They're a simple, affordable way to add a touch of retro charm to any occasion. So, go ahead, embrace the nostalgia, and get your groove on with these awesome inflatable props.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.